Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. We're going to get into the L key deck, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and the Rider-Waite Tarot. We're going to ask who you are, how you function, Sagittarius. What is it that you have overcome, Sagittarius, and how you view the other. The other, we're going to ask the same questions of them in this reading. Let's get started. You are a leader, a provocative, powerful leader. You're a provocative, powerful leader. How do you function? You dare, you do, and you reach. That's an interesting energy. You're a doer. That's what your function. You're a doer. You're provocative. You're going to do it. You're a leader. I love this. What you've overcome. Asking where your destiny is, searching, being curious. You're like, I know. I'm taking the lead here. I know where I'm going. I'm going to take my chances. That's who you are. How you view the other. Wow. She who dreams, escape, dreams, fantasy. This is somebody who's in their head. Person is in their head. They have all sorts of fantasies going on. I'm the one doing things. I'm the one taking the action. Like, that's who you are in this reading. Okay, who are they? I mean, you see them as like a daydreamer. They're perspective, defiant, persistent. They have a very persistent perspective. That was Scorpio had that person. They had that person too. Okay, let's see how yours turns out. How they function. Stillness, purity, and quiet. They're calm. This is somebody who could have a very persistent perspective. You wouldn't even know what it is. They just sit. And maybe that's why you're like, this person's got always their head in the clouds. I don't know. Always have their head in the clouds. They're quiet. They don't say or do anything. Purity and quiet. Stillness. What they've overcome. Observe, perceive, and scrutinize. Oh, they're not looking at something anymore. They're not looking at something anymore. Well, that's interesting. How they function. They're persistent. And they will defy. And they function by being very still and quiet. It's weird. It's almost like this thing, it's like coming across as something that's been deactivated. It's like coming across like something that's been deactivated. What they've overcome. Observation, perceive. There's something here that they're not looking at anymore. They're not scrutinizing something anymore. How they view you. Powerful. Devoted to your true worth. All right, then. Oh, maybe there's something like, whoa, I'm not going to mess with Sagittarius. I wonder what their perspective is. You see them as dreaming in a fantasy world. They see you in your power, and you are. Like your cards, they show it. She who avenges, revenge, outcome, and justice. At the bottom, justice will be served under the watchful eye of Sagittarius. Who Sagittarius is. Lily's at the door. Detachment. Venus and Aquarius. So you might have a Venus and Aquarius placement here. You could be a Sagittarius with a Venus and Aquarius. You're you lead, but I want to say, when it says like provocative, right? This doesn't feel like a traditional way. You're not leading in a traditional way here. You may also kind of emotionally detach when you're leading. You're not including your emotions here. How you function. You dare to do it. Patience. You dare to reach You dare. That's interesting. Patience, like temperance, Sagittarius. I want to say you hold yourself back. It's almost like you practice holding yourself back, or you practice some type of detachment here. The way it comes through, though, with this Jupiter in Virgo, Virgo and Jupiter have been like all over the readings the last couple of days. I don't know what's going on with those two, because Jupiter's in Cancer right now. But anyways, this is giving me, it's like that, what is that marshmallow test vibe, where, you know, you take likely a child, although I would probably struggle with the test myself, but you take a child and you put them at a desk, and you put a marshmallow in front of them, and you say, I'm going to leave the room. I'm not going to, or if you don't touch that marshmallow, when I come back, you can have that marshmallow and more. So, right, it's like delayed gratification. It's a test of delayed gratification. That's how you function. It's like you want to reach, you want to do something, but you exhibit patience. And with Jupiter in Virgo, that just feels like when you make some type of calculated sacrifice, there is an abundant return. That's you. Yes. Okay. So so far, this is who you are. What you've overcome. Curiosity, destiny, search. So, yeah, I'm not going for that shit anymore. Domination. You've overcome something controlling your destiny. Good for you. You've overcome something here controlling your destiny. Something dominating what you want to do. Mars dominating what you want to do. You've overcome that. And you're, I don't know. I see you as kind of like a very calm energy here. You may have even you also have overcome, maybe there's something here where it feels like your destiny controls you. Oh, whoa. Have you overcome your destiny controlling you? That's pretty fascinating. Wowzer. Shit. Could we do that? That's pretty neat. You've done it. Your destiny no longer controls you. Huh. You see the other is a dreamy fantasy seduction. This person. It is Jupiter and Pisces. Yeah, all in their head. All in their head. Fantasizing. Maybe they are fantasizing. What are they fantasizing about? Seduction. Fantasizing about ulterior motives. Funny. You are right. You also feel unaffected by this person with your detachment card. So let's see who they are. They're right. They have a defiant, persistent perspective of authority. Oh, but you're coming across as authority. This person is like, I defy you. I'm going to defy you, Sagittarius. You're a leader. You're a powerful, provocative leader who's emotionally detached. And this person, they defy authority. That's what they are. So whether you're just coming up as authority here to show that this person defies you, or you are some type of a leader and they're like, you can't control me. Or is this the energy that's saying, no, this is what a leader should be? But why do you see him so dreamy? Do you see it as somebody that seduces through like dreams and fantasy? Something or someone that seduces through dream and fantasy, but then who they really are like they're a defiant. I feel like they have the authority Do they defy authority? How they function. Flattery, stillness, purity, and quiet. They don't tell you they like you. Seriously. Calm, stillness, purity, and quiet. You could flatter this energy and it won't say shit. And what is this? This energy is difficult. They've overcome observation and scrutinization. Caution. And there we have Mercury in Virgo. It's weird because it's coming across like this energy. No, you know what it is? It's like you have some type of idea about how you want to lead or make a change, or make a change in the world, make a change in your life. You see this energy. I'm going to call it energy. I don't know what it is right now. Is it a person? Is it like an institution? Is it, I don't know what it is. It's like you see it as a place or a person that seduces by dreams. Would you like to fulfill your dreams over here? Come and fulfill your dreams. That's what you see. That's how you view it. What it actually is it's very persistent in its perspective. It defies your authority, and it may even try to force you to tell you how you should be an authority. There ain't no dreams happening over there. And how the function of this is, with flattery, stillness, purity, and quiet, you could say so many good things about them or whatever this is, and you would get no reaction. They won't even react. They won't care. Okay, now the thing is, what they've overcome is trying to observe and discern some type of something that they need to be cautious about. Something that they need to be cautious about. They're no longer trying to observe what that is. It's giving me this weird feeling like I keep seeing the cube in the Borg. I don't know why. Like, that's why it makes me feel, is this one person? Is this a group philosophy? What is it? And then it views you as powerfully devoted to your true worth. Well, yeah. And you know what? You won't be controlled by your destiny. I fucking love that. I want to do that. Can you write a book on that one? Fulfillment. Saturn and Sagittarius. Interesting. They see you. You know your worth. You know what. Oh, there's also, what did I say? This dare do reach patience. That was giving me totally like how you function. That is totally giving me like a temporary sacrifice for a long-term, for a more long-term gratification or reward here. And right? And the Saturn in, is that the Ten of Wands though? Isn't that the Ten of Wands? Saturn in Sagittarius. I feel like that's the Ten of Wands. I'm going to do a little sneak here before I get into this deck. Because I happen to have that stuff written on this deck. I did that a long time ago. It's really useful. I bet you it is. Moon in Sagittarius is Nine of Wands. Oh. I remember, like, sometimes just randomly that I can pause finally. So it is Saturn in Sagittarius. It is. The Ten of Wands is Saturn in Sagittarius. I should have a marker. I should sit down and finish writing these. There's like the odd card that I haven't written down, how it reflects the tarot. And I should really like finish doing that. This is really quite interesting though, because the artwork in this card, doesn't it literally show, it looks more like a Three of Wands. Like with something on the side. Like I'm expecting something good to come in. And I fulfilled something. But okay, there's the sacrifice. They see you. That you will not, I don't know, will you? Do you take on some type of burden here for a more long-term gain? That's what you really look like. It's giving me a very strategic, but also very steadworth and determined energy here. Let's read what the book says about Saturn and Sagittarius. Usually when this card turns up in a reading, it indicates a successful culmination to an ambition or business venture. This usually has something to do with a contract in a foreign country. Events, an important business trip abroad, an international conference, acquiring a reputation abroad, the effects of a major faux pas. Oh. Optimism, adventure, ambition. But usually there's something that's got to be cleared there with that Ten of Wands. You won't let anything stop you. That's really how you, like, this energy looks like you won't, that perceives you as you won't let anything stop you. You won't let your, right? This, Mars in, what the fuck is Mars in Sagittarius? Doesn't that feel like that would be the Ten of Wands? Like, I don't know. That feels like that would be the Ten of Wands to me, Mars. Domination. I don't know if the person that made these cards was like smoking a little bit of something while they were doing it. What's going on? Because you will not allow yourself to be suppressed. Your destiny, even if your destiny is something really hard and shit, you will not let it control you. You will not let it take you down. I mean, I think it's really admirable. It's intense energy, but look at that. More Sagittarius. You're all over your own reading here. There's Moon in Pisces, empathy. And then there's Mercury in Sagittarius. Off you go. I feel sorry for you. Bye-bye. I don't know. Right, la. It's like, well, I feel so bad for you. I'm going now. I have things that I need to do. That's the Eight of Wands. Oh, that's the Nine of Wands. Mars in Sagittarius. That's the Nine of Wands. 9, 10. And then Mercury frees it. Allows you to move forward. Mercury gets you where nothing else could before. So your mind, messages from the gods. They're really funny. This other one is just like dreaming about seduction. Dreaming about seduction. They persistently defy, I don't know, authority. It's your authority. There you are. You instigate through detachment. You instigate through detachment. It's almost like when you're not there, that causes a problem. Well, maybe if you're supposed to be running the ice cream shop and you don't show up, it's the problem. There's a problem. It's like nobody knows what to do. Who should work the till? Who should be getting the ice cream? Who should clean the floors? Who should open and unlock the door? Wow, you're the Empress. Frick. There's a, wow, when your energy is removed, it causes a stir. That's the other thing I would say. When you are not investing, it causes a stir. You got a lot of good energy here on your side. You can be very particular with who you're going to invest in, like emotionally, and who you're not, who you're going to build with and who you're not. You're very discerning. Okay, that's interesting because this energy is overcome. Oh, trying to warn you to be careful. So, like, yeah, trying to warn you to be careful. That's what this energy, trying to warn someone to be careful, is what it's overcome. And you function, patience, to fly. Strength card, there you are. There you in your little marshmallow test. If I don't touch that marshmallow, I'm going to get a whole lot of marshmallows, baby. Yeah, you're overcoming, I want to say there's a strong self-discipline here. Very strong. You can be either incredibly patient or you can be like flying, just like this, just flying. And you've learned to really, I want to say, control your destiny to some extent here. And when I say that, it's not to allow yourself to be reactive to stimulation that does not support the outcome that you wish to achieve for yourself. Oh, yeah. So what you've overcome is domination, destiny. The Nine of Swords, mind games. Overthinking your destiny and being dominated by it. You've overcome that. It doesn't bother you. Yeah, this is a real leveled up energy, man. This is not just, your everyday. I was thinking about braiding this. I started doing it and it looked kind of cute. It did. I got started. I know someone's going to get mad. An oracle tarot reader is not going to be your everyday kind of person. You can't expect to come into one of these, get messages from the heavens, and there isn't going to be something odd that doesn't feel like it's in place. Because that's how it goes. It's creative. You view them as the dreamy, seductive, fantasy-driven hanged man. Maybe this is somebody you dream of seducing. I don't know. There's a lot of Pisces here, baby. That's Pisces. You got Jupiter in Pisces. This person's perspective is very different. This person's perspective is very different from yours. Very fantasy driven. They're seduced by fantasy. They're seduced by their own dreams. Is that how you view them? Let's see. They persist authority. The Six of Swords. Oh. They persist. This person's... Why do I feel like this person, because they're challenging your authority. They're challenging your authority. I feel like they are. That's who they are. There's someone to challenge your authority. You're not going to let your destiny dominate you. This person is, you are my destiny. I don't know. Like divine guidance from here to there. They are the authority on where you're going. What the fuck is this? And it is, it's like you're thinking this person is just like a fucking dreamer. Like, come on. I know, I've got to do the other side now. I'm going to do it too, right? You can't just have, that just looks funny now, doesn't it? You can't just have the one side. You really see this person as someone who's got a really different perspective than you. Like, all right then. It's giving me that vibe of, when you just gone to the bar to get some wings and a drink. You happen to be by yourself, and then this person comes over and says, hey, baby, you and me. Yeah, I had a dream about you. I saw you in a vision. I saw you in my mind's eye before you walked in the door. And I knew. You're like, no, I'm in charge of where I'm going and what my destiny is. Thank you very much. It's like literally how you are. And you really seem to be. Your energy really does seem to be. How they function. But okay, this is the weird thing. There's no flattery. Even if you flatter this person, you get no response. Okay, this person will flatter. With that, Venus and Gemini, this is someone who will say things to They will say things to win your heart. They will say things to get you on their side. Why do I feel like there's somebody here trying to control your destiny? And you're kind of like, no, I'll have none of that. Thank you. You can't do that to me. What is that? Is this, am I looking at God? Is the other in your reading God? Because it's an authority that's going to tell you where to go with the Six of Swords. And its perspective cannot be changed. I think I am. And it doesn't matter how much you compliment God, God's still going to sit quietly. I think this is God coming into your reading. And how do you see God? God has a really God is always trying to seduce me towards something that, I don't know. I don't get it. I really think. Oh, the devil. How they function. Flattery. Stillness, purity, and quiet. No. This is not going to be, no codependency here. There's no contracts. Don't flatter me into a contract. I cannot believe it. I really think that this is God in your reading. It's like the heavens, the universe is coming into this reading. And they're basically here to tell you, no, we have the authority over where this is going. And you're like, no, you don't. Nobody telling me where I'm going. I'm not getting in all my head about you, God. And then I don't know if God is showing you things in dreams too. I was like, God's just a big dreamer. God's just like bringing fantasies into my life here. God just wants me to change my perspective. I really do think, from the beginning I struggled with this. There was something weird about, when I said the Borg, the collective mind of God. I feel like that's the reading. That's who this is. Now, you could tell God what you want. And I feel like, right, God's going to be quiet. And that might not feel good, right, with the devil. It might sort of feel like very manipulative. God is very manipulative. They've overcome trying to tell. Maybe God has just given up here. I'm done trying to tell Sagittarius where to be careful. Let me see. The Six of Wands. Oh, well, maybe you're on your path. Maybe God's like, all right, my work here is done. A success. Caution, caution, caution. This energy has been like trying to caution. Caution who? I feel like it's you. It's your reading. Maybe you've had trouble believing a destiny. And God's been trying to show it to you. Because this is kind of coming across like God is saying, all right, I don't have to warn them anymore. They figured it out. How they view you. Fulfillment, powerful devotion to true worth. Look, Three of Wands. I told you. I think the artwork got mixed up. It got mixed up. But then this is Aries, though. Sun in Aries is the Three of Wands. Do you know what this is? Oh my God. This, Sagittarius, is when, let's say you say a prayer to the heavens. You say a prayer to the heavens. This is what I want to bring into my life, God. This is what I want, but it's nothing like anything you've had before. And I always like to say, like, all elements are naturally lazy. And when I say that, I mean like animals. Animals are naturally lazy. And they truly are, especially when you live in the wild, because calories are hard to come by. So we see laziness as kind of a bad thing, and it kind of can be in our society because there's no need for that. It is something that one needs to try to overcome at times to get things done, because calories for most of us are not that hard to come by. So you don't have to conserve them because you don't know where the next meal is coming from. Again, that's not everybody. I kind of feel like the universe can be like that with us sometimes. It's like, okay, you told me you wanted that, but that's a lot of work. That's a big request. What you're asking for is kind of big. Yeah, it can be done, but I'm going to see if you'll take something else instead. I'm going to see if you'll take something else instead. So, and the something else instead can also be like evaluating Okay, you're asking for that, but do you feel worthy of it? Or are you showing me, God, the universe, that you are capable of growing and developing something this amazing that you've just wished for? So, right? So the universe will guide things to you. And they may be things that are slightly better than what you've had in the past. They may not fill the checklist for whatever your wish is. Do you take it? Do you take it? Like, this is what it looks like here. And it looks like that's something that's been going on here. And I do feel like how you see this too, is it something that comes to you maybe in dreams, maybe in visions. This is how God speaks to you and is looking for your perspective, or is asking you to change your perspective. Could be asking you to change your perspective about your destiny being something that dominates you, as opposed to your destiny being something that supports you. Yes. Because God is the final authority here. If you say yes to something that comes towards you and it's not nearly as good as what it was that you were really hoping or wishing for, it's a little bit better than what you had in the past. That's an improvement. You say yes, God's like, okay, my work here is done. That was easy. I don't have to work on that other one. That was a little more work, a little more divine intervention in different areas of the world that I had to bring that one through. This looks like to me that you've said no enough times that God knows exactly what you want and that you know you're worthy of it. I love this reading. Five of Pentacles. From the Five of Pentacles. Going out there and exploring. Deciding what it is that you really want. Because, and the thing here too is, it's like God views you as somebody who knows that your wishes will be fulfilled because you know your true worth. Like, that's the part that I really love here about that. That you are the master of your destiny. It says that here. Clear vision of want. Master of destiny. Sun and Aries. And what have you gotten over? Something about your destiny controlling you, or being uptight or worried about your destiny. No. Destiny doesn't control me, it supports me. So is this something that is communicated to you through the dream state as well, or through the deeper subconscious? Because you view this energy as something that is subconscious to you. But what it actually is, it is a very powerful, persistent authority about the changes that happen in your life. See what I mean? Where, I kind of had trouble from the beginning. Is this a person? Is this the Borg? What is this? It's God. It's the heavens. It's your guides and angels. Yeah. So on that note, I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I am going to ask this would be interesting, what this person misunderstands, but what God misunderstands about you. I don't know. What you misunderstand about God, or this other person. For maybe some of you, you're like, no, I know who this is. Then that's cool. That's cool. It could be both. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do in the extended. I'm going to use the same decks. I'm going to incorporate the puppies. Oh, it's so cute. I would adopt this little puppy. Don't tell Lily. No. Not why Lily's. Nothing here. There's two options in the description below if you would like to join me for the extended. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.